Let me explain what white privilege is, because this guy doesn't care, right? He's just an insecure little boy with a small penis that needs a gun to feel like a real man, who votes for an adjudicated rapist and a convicted felon who cheats on his wife and is a white supremacist. For him, that's a beta alpha male. They're gone. You're not going to talk to these people. They're gone. White privilege is not having people cross the street at night when you're walking down, not being pulled over by the cops, not having to give the talk to your kids how to act to police, even though they treat you poorly, to be a quote unquote good citizen so they don't treat you badly just because of how you look, having your house redlined, or banks wouldn't give you loans, higher interest rates, or your house is appraised at a different value. It happens even today. Black people will get their house appraised at a lower price. They'll quote unquote whitewash it. It'll come back at a couple $100,000 more. It still happens today. And your grandparents and great grandparents weren't in somebody's will as a piece of fucking property. That's white privilege, sir. And you have it, but your head is so far up your ass that you've been indoctrinated by this country to love America. It's the best of the best. I bet you don't even know that 1.2 million people died in the Middle Passage. Did you know that? That the bull sharks would follow the boats when the bodies... You don't care about that. You care about the 7,000 or 8,000 people that were lynched in trees? You don't care about that. How about the 16,000 Cherokees and other 4 tribes that died from the Trail of Tears because, American exceptionalism? How about the 350 Lakota that were murdered that alcoholic Pete Hegseth just did? See, you don't care about that. You don't care about the 1,800 Asians that died in internment camps. That's privilege, sir. You don't realize that flag that's a symbol of oppression for the majority of this country, you view it as a symbol of freedom. That is white privilege, sir. And it doesn't matter how many facts I give you. You don't want to change your perception of this country. You want it to be the best of the best of the best of the best. And it's only been good for white people. And now you're going to find out the cost of racism is damn expensive. Because I hope, sir, that you lose your house and you lose your job and you lose your white privilege. So for once in your miserable life, you feel what it's like to be a non-white person. Have yourself a white day, sir.